What's going on, guys? Alex here with 814EDC, and I got another unboxing to do for you guys. So if you guys saw my last video, you would have seen that I just unboxed the Chickadee from Jacob Creates, my first little fixed blade I got in the collection, and this will be the unboxing knife for today, or for this video. So get that all ready. Now this package is coming from Ricky over at Shoe Monster Tech. He is part of the Apex Pass Around group, and that is where these knives are coming from. He had these two before I did. And this is actually the first package that I have gotten, or that I have opted into for the Apex group. I'm really new to it, but it's similar to the Apex or the Black Widow Pass Around group. You know, I've gotten plenty of knives from there before, but I got into it because John, Grateful Panic Knife Reviews, whenever I started talking to him and getting to know him a little bit better, he was like, yo, you should, he thought I was already in the Apex group, but he's like, hey, are you not in the Apex group? And I was like, no, I've never gotten invited to it, or I've never, no one's ever mentioned it to me. He's like, oh, I got to get you in it. You think you would love it. There's definitely some cool knives in there to check out. So he talked to David, the owner of it, or the moderator, curator, owner, manager of it, whatever you want to call it. He talked to him, and I got in it, and lo and behold, boom, my first package. I have a few other ones that I've signed up for. That I am waiting on. I think I have 2 or 3. I don't know. I have a couple other ones that I'm on the wait list for, but I got this one in. And I believe this is, I think it's a Civivi Hadros, and I believe it's a Civivi Perf, I think is the name. I think it's 2 Civivis, which is really cool. And Ricky was the only one on there that had joined onto the list. And I was scrolling down through one day because I made a list on my phone of knives that I would want to check out, and I was like, oh, I'll check this one out, and Ricky was the only one on there, and I was like, oh, I'll jump right in, because sometimes it takes a while to go from channel to channel and move your way around the group, but I jumped right in, got in behind Ricky, and he sent it over to me. So without further ado, the unboxing knife, like I said, will be the Chickadee. First time cutting with this bad boy. I'll try to not cut my finger off. There we go. Just kind of have to cut the box sometimes. These suckers really wedged in there real well. Oh, cool. Okay, so Ricky sent a picture, 2 stickers, I believe. I don't know if I'm to keep both of these or to put one back in the box to wherever it goes next, but I believe this is his new logo, kind of a holographic sticker. Very, very cool. There's 2 of those. Like I said, I don't know. I'll have to reach out to him and ask him if I can take one and then just send the rest, or the other one, back with him. But yeah, we have 2 Civivi packages. I believe these came directly from We and Civivi. So this one they both have some paperwork in it, but this one is the Perf. I think this is the black stonewash version. But kind of just like the thing that, like the specs sheet, I guess you could say. You guys can pause, try to get a better. So the designer of this is just a Civivi in-house design. I know the Hadros is a Dylan Mallory design, so I'm excited to try that one out. Yeah, this kind of caught my eye because it had Nitro V. Civivi's been starting to use Nitro V a lot more. Put these over to the side. And if I'm being honest, this knife kind of reminded me of a Gerber paraframe. And that's not to say, it's not making fun of the knife. That's just like my first thing that popped into my mind. Okay, it's a little bit smaller than I thought, but here is the knife, and it was the black stonewash. I was right about that. Looks like the whole thing is black stonewash. Is really cool. Got a black loop over style deep carry clip. This is a frame lock with a flipper, so it's a flipper only knife. And if you know what a Gerber paraframe is, you have to think that looks like it just a little bit. It looks better than it. I will give it that. It looks much better than a paraframe, but that was just like the first thing that popped into my mind whenever I saw these knives. Yeah, but it's a little bit smaller than I thought, but it definitely looks and feels good with that black stone wash. We'll give it a flip. Flips nicely. Get some schmutz on there. Just has a nice simple drop point style blade. I can just fit all 4 fingers on there. Definitely a lightweight knife because obviously you have all the milling holes cut out of it. We'll see how the frame lock works. Okay, so it's definitely, I think this is on a bearing, or I can't tell if that's bearings or it failed on me. Yeah, so it's smooth. It's smooth, but definitely not a drop shutter. You definitely can't, it doesn't even fall to hit my nail, really. Like, it barely moves whenever I disengage. It moved a little bit more, but try lefty. Yeah, it definitely doesn't, I don't know if it needs broke in a little bit more, because that sometimes with blackwash blades and blackwash knives or DLC knives, they have to wear a track into where the detent ball goes. But it's dead centered. It's a very thin knife, which is really nice. In hand, you can definitely tell how thin it is. Definitely a comfortable knife. I thought that this could be a little finger choy up here, a little landing area, but it's definitely not. Your finger is going to be too close to the blade there. Yeah, I don't know. It's snappy on the way out, but it's definitely, it's very smooth. I will give it that. Makes a cool noise when it comes out. Kind of snaps a little bit. But I expected it to be, I don't know, I thought it maybe would have a little bit better of a fall shut action. There it's falling a little bit more, but it's still, you really have to get that lock bar out of the way. But overall, cool knife. I'll have to get this in pocket, carry it a little bit. Has a good edge on it, and Nitro V is definitely, I love that Civivi is now offering Nitro V more often, especially in like the $60 to $70 price range. That's pretty baller in my opinion. I don't think a price. Yeah, so this MSRP is $80 on this, but I believe when they get to, if you can get it from a retailer, they're 65 to 70, somewhere in that range is what most Civivis are going for nowadays. But these are caged ceramic ball bearings, so might just need to get a little bit of maybe some KPL in there, just get some more use out of it, or more track worn in. But it's definitely smooth. I have to give it that. It just doesn't fall shut like I would like it to. Pocket clip is reversible, so you can have it on the both sides, which is really cool. Very lefty friendly. Like it that way, or that's what I like about that. Weight is 2.8 ounces. Sometimes I'm not a real big specs guy, but since they're in front of me, I might as well. Is this a sub 3-inch blade? So this is a 3.12 inch blade, so right around 3 inches. Yeah, definitely comfortable. Definitely a nice little slim, very thin behind the edge, very slicey. This is a full flat grind. And then Nitro V right there, if you guys can see that right up top. So yeah, this is the Civivi Perf. And then the next one, like I said, is the Hadros. We'll get into there. Don't want to get anything mixed up. I think now this one comes in more variants. I think this is the one with like olive green micarta. Yeah, this is a Mallory design. We'll get into the box. I got boxes everywhere from these two knives and my chickadee unboxing. Yeah, so this is the olive green micarta. I believe it's micarta. Yeah, micarta. Olive, there we go. Couldn't find it there for a second, but this is indeed a Mallory design. This is the Hadros. Another newer model for Civivi. Get the deep carry clip there. You can see Dylan's maker's mark right there. This is 10CR15 MOV steel, I believe. Very similar 10CR15 CO MOV, sorry. This is what was on the Stylum that I had. Civivi's also starting to use this a little bit more in their budget knives too. This is a thumb stud knife. The micarta is very well done. It's a little bit smoother than some micartas, but it definitely feels very good. We'll give it a flip, or a flick. Yeah, look at that wicked blade, guys. Definitely a Warncliffe style blade. Now it has a very nice tip down here, very nice point. It's a hollow grind, and man, is this thing thin. This thing is super thin behind the edge. A decent stock, but it comes down to, I mean, very, very slim. This thing has to be super slicey. Ergos are very, very good. I can get all 4 fingers on there. Still have a little bit sticking out, but very comfortable. It's a very thin handle. Very, very thin, not very tall, but has some dripping up top here. And yeah, I can get a very good grip on here. It's a liner lock. Yeah, this is just a wicked looking blade. I like this a lot. In between how thin it is, you can definitely get some work done with this thing. I mean, Warncliffes are such a good package opener, letter opener, anything you need, because, I mean, you think about it, your tips, I mean, right there. All you got to do is just, you know, go down into the letter a little bit. Some knives you have to like go like this. You know, with this you just have a little bit of, you know, bang and pull it. So definitely cool. We'll see how the action is. I think this is on bearings too. Like I said, I'm not a huge, you know, specs guy, but since it's in front of me, might as well. Yes, this is caged ceramic ball bearings. MSRP goes for $70 on this, but MAP goes for, or retailer's pricing goes for $59.50, which is really cool. Oh yeah, that is a good action. That's what I was looking for on the Perf. Look how, I mean, it just falls to your nail, bang. Lefty. And that's really, really smooth. Middle finger flick, bang, coming right out of there. This is definitely more of a fidget-friendly monster than the Perf is. This is cool, guys. I really like this. I was kind of intrigued by it when it came out, but I held off on buying it just because I had some other stuff I wanted to purchase. But for $60, this seems to be like a really good value, and that blade is just killer. So thin. Civivi can kill a hollow grind blade. The Hooligan that I have is a hollow grind as well, and it's just so thin. They really, you know, knock it out of the park with their hollow grinds. Yeah, this is, I mean, very, very, it's not a super big blade. You know, not the heaviest blade, but man, it drops. Good detent comes flying out of there. A wiggle of blade play. It could be tightened a little bit, but that might be how this action is so good. Yeah, very, very impressive. So that's all I had to say, guys. I had where's the Perf? I was hiding under here the box. So in this video, I unboxed this Civivi Perf and the Civivi Hadros, which is a Dylan Mallory design. Definitely very, very cool. Really, really super glad to have these in. Thank you to David over at Blade Banner and the Apex Pass Around group for providing these and for giving the opportunity. Very, very appreciate it. I'm super glad to be in part of the group, just because, or to be a part of the group now, to be in the group. There's a ton of different knives to go around, and I hope that this will not be the last one that I get in. So, Perf, Hadros, that's all for today, guys. The full review will coming. Actually, the full review on these, if you saw last video of me unboxing the Chickadee, I said that it would be probably a little while before I got around to doing the review for it, just because I wanted to, you know, get it in pocket and, you know, carry it and really get some use out of it. But for the Apex group, I think the rule was 11 days, I want to say. So the review will be coming out on these definitely more, or soon. I almost said more sooner than you would expect if it was a personal knife of mine. So be on the lookout for those. If you guys like today's video, please consider clicking like and subscribe. If you guys, you know, aren't subscribed yet you come back and watch my videos pretty frequently, it would really help out if you click that subscribe button. I'm on the road to 500. Got my 500 subscriber giveaway coming up, so be on the lookout for that. And yeah, that's all I have to say for today, guys. Hope you guys have a fantastic weekend or a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.